last thing. You know how like the old people wear. I figured that I was done with my health fit test, so we can continue on my gaining back my hours. You guys, look at my white hair. I'm getting it all right here, and it's growing like an inch. Okay, but the rest is all, you know, black. It's just, yeah. Let's see. I gained I gained um 5 subscribers on my last 2 lives. I'm not really worried about subscribers, but it does make it look good on uh, my number count, because I was at one point 1,186. It was at 1,000. It was. I seen that car with all them lights before. Oh no, that's a different one. I was at 1,189 the day before yesterday, and then yesterday it came out to be 1,000. I'm sorry, 1,190 the day before yesterday, and then it went back down 1,186 yesterday. So I lost 4 subscribers, but right when I came back on live, I gained back 5 subscribers. I'm not worried about subscribers. I'm more worried about my watch time hours. So yeah, I'm just trying to get back on this live while there's still light outside. Let's see what time it is. It's 5:04. I just came from, I'm over here at the Costco parking lot in Hayward, but I just got me some round table. I ate me some Parmesan, garlic Parmesan. You know, garlic helps you with like blood pressure. I'm not having no blood pressure right now. I mean, like, I don't have like blood pressure, high blood pressure like that. It's just, it runs in my mother's side. I don't know if it runs in my dad's side, but yeah. Like what it says I'm better up. And when somebody says that, that just means like they're just really like, it's like a constant, it's a constant like, what is this about when somebody talks the way how they talk to wanting to be in a relationship, but then they still act like they're macking on other hoes or macking on other bitches because they want to have that fun and shit like that. Do you think that that's fun for me to even know, to even see and hear any of that shit? Like with that word that says slow down and all that shit, like you already know how it is. You know what it is. Before I even came up there. So if I was needing to slow down, then what made me have the like what gave me the permission to go up there if I needed to slow down? Like, is it you just letting me come because it's my birthday? Like, wrong timing. You didn't want to go out. I had money. You're feeling some type of way about your page being taken, you know, canceled and off the YouTube and having to make another one. But sometimes people have to face those type of things in this world when there's a battle. You know what I'm saying? And when other people look at that other person of the rights and wrongs of the other enemy, that who you have, and what's the rights and wrongs of what you have, because you can't just go all along from what you have as you being right, for you to keep your page and for you to say what you needed to say. Like, you could defend yourself in any type of way, but talking down, um talking, or I mean, like, yeah, it was a first defense, you know what I'm saying, off of the very first uh uh like situation at hand in the very beginning. But then once it involved with, multiple people that's on your side trying to gang up on another situation, then that makes it a whole lot different, because then the other person is just going to get even more madder. You know what I'm saying? So it's supposed to be a one-on-one. It ain't supposed to be like a two-on-one type thing. Like, I don't deal with that. I don't have like another significant like family member that, I have to like protect or something like that. I guess it's just very different when it comes to you having to have that all your life and stuff like that. But I see the defense part, but you can't always make it seem like that's gonna tear you apart if you lose your channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to lose my channel, I'll be like the monetization to get back on, just like right now. I felt the the petty shit that I put myself through for a whole month to not go on live for a whole month and lost 400 hours. You have to look at like challenges like that when a lot of people in this world like to take advantage of certain situations. And I'm not going to say, well, it's common sense to not ever take your channel down, but when you don't make that threshold of $100 and your content ain't doing nothing, it ain't moving, just like right now, like my content is just about me putting my face in front of this camera, and a lot of people do the same shit but think that they could just show their face on camera and then speak about what's going on in what's around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people tried that, then they stopped that, then they started going back to cooking, and then they try to collab with somebody else, and then make another page because they switched it from, either the first one was trying to do some type of, like, say, just for example, like a podcast, and then your second channel is about cooking. Like, is any of those channels making any real, real deal, like, money making type shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just doing it just to make $100 off of YouTube, I'm really just wasting time. Because I see a person that's making 2,000, 1,000 views each live, and that person was gifted $500. Minus that 500, you only was getting 299. And I'm truly saying that that's a very, like, blessed, like, hard work to gain that platform, where there was, getting at least 1.1, 1.5, or 1.4 each live, and it was continuing like that, because that's their like their set. That's their set. That's their setting into, because they already got those followers already tuning in, being loyal, and seeing how this personality is, on a YouTube type shit. So I don't, like, that's hard. I don't know if I can get 1,000 views in a live and have that throughout about 30 days and only just getting $300? That's more of like, I could see a lady trying to do that because they're either single and don't have who to like run to, that's not like, how do you say, like, having a person that's like being your partner or whatever, like I was trying to get to that part. Like, ain't nobody kind of like getting involved with you as being a partner in a relationship type shit. So a woman I see could do a live that is trying to, I don't even want to say explain. I'm just trying to get this shit all out as far as with what the fuck I saw earlier today. You know what I'm saying? Because it just keeps coming to a part where it's like, man, did you just not hear when you first started this job? And I took a screenshot of this shit. When I last said something about what you just said to this person today, and you saying the same exact thing about this, like, I need to try that snag, I'm gonna see what that's about, and I'm gonna talk to her later. That was a month ago, and now it came back around today, second time after 30 days, and you don't catch yourself onto saying what you just said. You don't see who is trying to fucking really be like, you know what I'm saying, be there and all that shit. Like, that shit is just I should really be mad. Not like Sister Wives, like, I could see why she mad, because if somebody's gonna tell her you ain't making no money, so you staying here for free, that would get to me bad, like harsh, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if I had a kid with that person, just like how I had a baby daddy with my second one, and I was staying with him and his mother, you know what I'm saying? And they said, and if he ever said that to me, it will make me feel some type of way, because I have your child. Now, she don't have a child with this guy, but she feels some type of way. So I understand that part. But when you, like, I guess it was like tormenting in her about how he had, two girls and stuff like that. So it really just got to her at one time, So I understand why she's going out all out the way how she is too. But like right now, I think for her it's been like already dying down, in the last like few days, because she kind of was showing it when he was up in the loft and she was down there, and then he was like kind of like giggling, saying, oh yeah, she back, she down there watching a movie on her phone and stuff like that. Like, he already feels comfortable of how he was, kind of looking out there with other girls, but then still have her, right there. And she's like, like, with a pout in her mouth and a pout in her face. And it's just showing him like, I'm mad, but I need to stay here. But he's looking at it like he finally saw that she was using him because he has the heat. He has, the stove, whatever that heats up, that burns the wooden stove. He has that little electrical heater and stuff. Like, it could be that, or it could not be. Like, she really wanted to see if she can give him another check, because that was probably like the first time she ever left like that. You know what I'm saying? But as far as with me, when I left with my child. And I left because I can't have nobody ever try and say, well, you're rent free here and you don't pay for it. Like his mom tried to tell me one day, she was like, oh yeah, you don't pay rent over here, you know, so he should be able to borrow. I think like it was way back, and I think he was trying to like ask for like $500 or $600, and it was off of bullshit. This was during the time I was 27 years old, and he was only into buying trees, just buying weed. Like he probably had to, if it was like taking care of shit, then I will definitely like put that towards and it was not for him to gain back to double up and all that shit. Like fuck nah. He was more of a street type person that watches what's going on and doesn't need to make money. Like I don't know how to say it, but he just needed the money for some, I don't know, some apparent reason. He didn't tell me what the fuck, but he just needed. I said no, and then his mom comes back to me and says like, um, you know, why didn't you lend him the money? You know, your rent, you're like, you don't pay rent over here. Like you're just basically rent free. And I'm like, of course there's gonna be a say so on that. You know what I'm saying? Like for me to come back, to her and tell her, oh hell no. Live chats be like on some other ass shit. I don't know where the fuck you from, but yeah. Anyways, so while she was saying that, it's like if them two got a communication to knowing what the fuck is going on outside in the world with, and like I said on my last live, I don't talk about his lifestyle and the life that he had before, but his like okay, a person just said an IQ. His IQ was like, I don't want to say no Einstein, but in the, how do you say, knows every dictionary word definition in the motherfucking Merriam, whatever the fuck is called, Webster dictionary book. You know, people got disciplined when I heard from his mother saying that once he was doing bad, he had to gain back 10 more fucking definitions or words to know what the fuck they meant. And he had to come back to her saying what the fuck they meant. You know what I'm saying? So that's knowledge right there. That's like you putting somebody out there to know all of the shit. Like like I was listening to that Nostradamus ass shit. Now that right there is heavy. And I was tuning in and I know about that. Okay? So there's a whole lot to that. But I'm not going to get into that subject. I'm more going to say into falling into where a woman is likely to, it's only human, they give their man a second chance and stuff like that, you know. But this time for me, I gave too many, where I hear the same thing all the time. It's always at a job place. I'm going to show you guys a screen image. 303, whatever the hell. I don't know if you're helping that person or whatever the fuck. You must be a cousin. You probably must have been a person who I was talking about earlier. That female I was talking about, how she came on other people's pages and then was talking about him, but then comes back today. Like that troll shit right there is, I could see why you was on the dude who I was messing with on his page, and you trying to put yourself there because you get blocked or not seen or not given attention from the guy who you like that's already having a female with him, but you steadily watching him, and that's the type of like the females. I don't fuck with those type of females that are like, if that dude has a female, I'm not gonna go on their chat to try and show them any type of like I don't even want to say tease or nothing like that. It's thank you, Cripple Country. I appreciate that. I already knew who you was. But yeah, I don't even disrespect like that. Like there's a few females that come over, you know, the dude who I was just seeing or whatever, and they know who I'm fucking with, but they still come over to try and give some super chats and all this shit. It's like you tricking, you tricking off your money, you doing this and whatever. But that's old. That's, I say that that's like old lady type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I have so much of what I have here, because I could tell by the way how she gives herself on this YouTube. She doesn't have no videos, no nothing, no posts, no community, no whatever, but just a profile saying that she has a garden with a house and investments and loan or whatever the fuck and all that shit. Like, no, I gained enough stability with my credit score. Like I'm going to show a lot of my screenshots on my back green screen and show you guys of a lot of improvements that, and the improvement, one of them is not because of my watch time hours. Like I said on the earlier live I did today, excuse me, and I wrote on the live chat, I said I lost 400 hours. So yeah, it's this is my, this is not to fight back. This is not a competition for me to think why did Sister Wives just gain 300 subscribers in a matter of just a week, and then after a week and a half already monetized. Being monetized is you having to be on a 3,000 mark of watch time hours, and it's taking me since 2022. So I don't go live like I try to, but when a person is like that in interest of looking homeless, looking like a hippie or whatever it can be, you out in those kind of states, and it's like you living in places where you're trying to like do survival shit, is going to be interested through the YouTube. So that's just what makes all the views cling on to your channel. You know what I'm saying? As far as with me, I was really trying to just start back new and try and do another whole new page, because I really did feel like my first page, I mean like this page right here is the only page I have. This page was me trying to put my nail my nail creativity art game out there. You know what I'm saying? But in order for you to gain money off of YouTube, you have to get watch time hours. So you have to do these live streams. Them videos are not gonna do it for you. Like you uploading a video with no viral type, you know what I'm saying? Like there's other people that really just upload videos and they get thousands and thousands of views because of, I don't know if it's like where they're at in a state, because it could be the same subject. You can say I live in this van but I'm in California, and then I'm in a van in North Carolina, and they get 30, 40,000 you know, of views, or 10,000s of views, and that just what makes them have, you know, an average income. Like, you know, because they don't work, they don't want to work. So I'm the type of person that be like slaving and shit. I have 2 jobs. I just cut off 1 job 2 weeks ago, so I'm very happy for that. You know, I pocketed at least from since January with my 2nd job. So I first got my little part-time job in 2024 December. So this December is already, right now, December 4th, what is it? Tomorrow will be 1 year off of my part-time job. Okay. So 1 year off of my part-time, and I'm outside. And then the nursing place, when I was working at the nursing and rehabilitation, I started there in January, like January 14. So slaving over there, people used to call me the dishwashing lady or whatever. That part I don't care, just as long as I look the way how I know off top of how shit goes in this world. I've been to international countries. I know how it's like of just different kind of, you know what I'm saying, cultures and stuff like that. So, but I never lived in countries where I traveled to. Okay, it's just the knowledge of me of experiencing, you know. But other than that, I don't know. It's always a test for people to like get through where they're at. I don't want to be with a person that is, there's somebody right here on this corner. I'm gonna start wearing this little jump, my little mechanic nail tech kind of jumpsuit, zippered up. I'm gonna start wearing this shit for the next few days. Every time every time I'm on my day off. Okay, so it's just a show to myself that I can dress like whatever else that I have in my wardrobe, because I know I got everything, because I'm a very stylish person. I don't know what the fuck this Indian lady is looking at when she's carrying her little baby, but she probably thought I was like a man or something. But she knows that I have a screen on this damn window clearly is recording. So when somebody's recording, that just means that, why would I tell on myself? Like, I'm not one of them Facebook, like TikTok recorder murderers and all that shit. Like, get the fuck out of here, you know. But anyways, yeah, so I'm better, like, of this whole entire time when I've been off. But I am gonna say that that was horrible. From whatever happened this morning, it's coming back around once again, and it's so goddamn sad. It's so fucking sad that I have to listen to that shit. I have to listen to somebody saying, like, I wonder how that snag is. Like, I'm about to see how that pussy is. I'm about to go talk to that person later. That was a month ago when that person said that. It came back around today, and him saying it again, saying like, oh, Shiner's going to be mad at me, but I'm going to go ahead and talk to her. You go ahead and talk to her on live and ask where she, like, that interest conversation is always from a man's point of verbal, you know what I'm saying, saying out in your mouth is you having interest in something. And I don't have to repeat this shit again. You having to ask a question while I'm sitting and watching your fucking live, and me just listening, and you asking, you and clearly saying, where are you from? Like, you don't, can I ask you, like, where are you, where are you from? Doesn't that kind of sound like, you know what I'm saying, you trying to start a conversation? Ain't nobody fucking slow around here. I told you, my daughter's father was a Mac until he got over that and got married. with a person in a different country because he can never come back here. So when you don't learn, you'll never learn until uh, the changes, you know, uh, um, revolves with you, or like evolves with you when you're stuck, you're trapped, you're in another country and you have no choice but to marry somebody that has more money than you. She has a store, she has a company, um she pays, she's basically the man. So I don't want to look at something like that. For somebody to claim like they're a Mac, you wanting the things of how a female will always never back down on when you need that love, they're right there for you. But then you are like having that thought in your head to go ahead and be fucking anxious or curious to know what that other female will say back to you. There's no such thing. Not over here. No, no, no. And like it came back today, there is no fucking way where I'm going to accept that. You try to make it seem like I need to be a stronger person than when you go ahead and say these things. Hell fucking no. And just like what you said, and that's one thing I'm not gonna fucking be with, a fucking bum. You said you might as well just get with a bum that's hella soft, or like, I don't know why you call him a bum. Like, who the fuck cares if what the fuck if the average fucking money that they have in their account is not all the way up to par, but is still dealing with, sacrifices that is leading up to having a steady living. Like, and if you have a backbone to have a foundation to say, okay, that's collateral over there, I'm gonna make sure that that shit is not gonna get in any uh uh um like, ain't nobody gonna rob me type, like mentality. It's very safe where it's at, parked at, or whatever. Like, say if you just have any type of collateral that you know for sure that's gonna hold you and your loved ones down and stuff like that, then it's like that's the type of people who you need to like be with. You know what I'm saying? You could be, I'm not saying that you're not that type of person, but I'm not going to be with a type of person that's just going to be like, oh, okay, I got it, and I got it with my wife, I got it with my girl, but I still, talk to my boys out on the live, and I'll just, just show them like how the females look out here and how this female is looking right here in front of me. And it's just like, it's just a part of that, in this life that is what I can go fucking look at. I can go look at cripple country, but I'm sure that he has a woman in his house. I seen some videos from the jump, but it's just a support. I never like said anything to follow, put on description, like comments on the comments below box to even, you know what I'm saying, like do a stalking act, a stalking move, and letting you know like, oh, I'm an open whatever. If I'm heavily like trying to fuck with somebody, I am not trying to. YouTube is for to um not be like the taker. Is just to receive those like very valuable like meaning of the experience that was already like been kind of like experienced. You know what I'm saying? Experience on top of experiences give. It's like giving. It's not taking. You know, I can't. It's like when, okay, so like right now, I'm on live. I need this only for my hours. People can pop up and just say a whole lot of shit. That's called a distraction. But when a person is trying to give and a person only knows how to take, that shit just didn't sound right, right? You know, a person that's just only taking, and y'all already know, I mean, from whatever how y'all set of mind is of how y'all think of that, only taking just is like, if I could just see what's tomorrow gonna bring, oh, that person's gonna do that for me and stuff like that. That's like, it's like relying, expecting. You don't want those kind of like diction, like you don't want those definitions kind of coming across to that. Is you don't want to expect things, and you don't want to rely, you know, and then take, because after that is the taking. Is you're already going to take something out of that, you know. I mean, but if it's beneficial for everybody, and if it's very like legal, and um if it's very legal, if it's very like just over on like making a whole thing just extra like shit immaculate, making the shit very like, man, you know, we did this and we got it, you know what I'm saying? Holding it down, and it's never gonna fucking go away. It's never gonna get how do you say, there's no like, I don't know how to say it, like there's no breaking it, crashing it, like having it to have a meltdown, or people going to fuck it up, or people going to like take it down. That's kind of like what I'm more kind of saying, like it's gonna get shut down, take down, people's gonna hate, or you know, anything like that. It's gonna stand, it's gonna be a solid ass type of, you know what I'm saying, like how I look at it, from what I want to have this to the end of my saying and my life of wellness, let's just say. um Damn, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say, because low crippled country had typed something. Like, I'm gonna look at it as being damn, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Not dominant, but just not overpowering. It's just like, and it's not oh, I did it. It's not that. It's more like a foundation. That's what I wanted to, that's my ending right there. It's a very um perfect foundation, where it ended up to being a perfect foundation. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it was starting off being perfect and then getting to being, to staying perfect. No, because there's a journey in that. There's a, it's like, it's a balance. I'm a Libra. So I choose on, a Libra is a scale. So when a right and a left is what we have, or my right hand and my left hand, when we see something that is not hold on, not having to see who that person is to build. I'm saying from when in my state of mind was and is still trying to build with anything that I see, anything. It could be that the lighting that's nailed on the fucking house. I'm not gonna judge it, but even though Libras is justice, but I don't truly um make like negativity statement on to trying to judge something or somebody. It's just already in me. So that's the power that, you know what I'm saying, my justice kind of like leads me into like overcoming a whole lot of shit when it comes to judging. And judging is a big word in my soul, you know what I'm saying. But like, let me get back to what I was trying to say. um Building, as far as with already having that in me, I feel like building is a part of a weight. It's a weight. It's a right or a left. And um it's not, oh, why does this look different than that? It's not a judging. It's not any of that. So when you're building, you know what you can see towards what that person is like, what that person will turn out to be as, or if that person is not really like, you know what I'm saying, um not a cool person to be with. It's like, I guess it's just bad habits that I had to choose from the interest that I liked in that human male, let's just say. um so that's just what it is. And it was just, it's just a bad, it's like a habit. I was liking on something, and then there's something about that person that's just that one thing that turns it off. It's not building with you. So that's why I came across with me staying out of YouTube, because I um only a strong person can heal by themselves. And that's like very, very, like, that's very like on some real. I got my keys. Yeah. So like, this car is cool, right? It's true. It's really true. I'm the last person that, I mean, I don't want to say I'm the last person that people want to see sad and stuff like that, because I'm not going to say, like, why do people do that to you? Um, a whole lot of people won't say that to me, but a lot of, you could feel the energy from a lot of like people out there. They'll say, man, she's too fucking, like, she's just a strong ass person. She knows what to do. She knows what to do. She knows how to take care of money. She knows how to keep money. She knows how. Oh, I hear a lot of that with my family members, even though they don't take into, like, okay, you'll see family members that will be like, she didn't graduate college. We don't look at people that don't have grades and good grades and stuff like that. Like, I was a dropout when I was in 10th grade. My first month of 10th grade, I dropped out. So I'm a 10th grader dropout. And like, you got to look at those things, even though you come across every day on a daily. Every minute that comes your way is the reaction of how you're trying to bring, or what you just came across, and you're trying to ignore what's coming to you. But the conversation from who's around you will still be verbal. It'll still be around, but you're trying to like push it away. You're trying to get through the day and all that stuff. But see, with me is that I don't keep it. I can keep it in, because I mostly do keep a whole lot of it in. But later down the line, the truth will come. The truth will always, like, it'll always come to show from how that person became from her or him, being the way how, like, she uh, um was not all the way, not saying the whole truth about it, but then came out, came out to the light and was like, oh, so that's what she was trying to say. So now we see it. And that's why she's, where she's at. She's good. She's good where she's at. She don't need that. She don't need this. She ain't calling for nobody. She ain't uh, um asking for no help, and she ain't doing this because I'm not the type of person where I was born, because there's this person on IG. I said it on I think the last live where I put a content title, because the last one was just, I was live and I just wanted to get back because that shit cut off on me. It ended my live. I don't know how the fuck that happened. I was away from my house because usually the Wi-Fi will pick up and then it'll start buffering, so you got to turn off your Wi-Fi and keep your mobile data running. So I can't have two things at one time, because once I'll leave my house, the Wi-Fi will kind of fuck it up. So I try to make sure that that's off and then get back on my live, and that's just what it did. But I was all the way, like, coming from my work and doing that little health fit test, and then I was leaving. I was away from everything else because I get Wi-Fi at my job too, but I turned that off ever since I was at the house. So I'm wondering how the fuck did it pause and just cut off my live? That shit never happened. Well, it happened to me 3 or 4 times, but I think it was just because my phone was overheating, like over the max type overheating. You know what I mean? But, like, I'm gonna get back to your comments, Cripple Country. But what I'm trying to say is that um where people see me, like, people are born, like, to say, oh, okay, well, if you see this person being this way and they're acting this way, is because they don't want to be a burden to you. A person on my IG, I put and saved it on my collection bookmark. I didn't follow that person. um I just put it as a bookmark on my collection to always know that. And I don't really do guys like this. I don't keep guys on my collections, on my bookmarks, to see them again because they look fine as hell. I don't do that. Not if, like, I'm messing, like, when I'm with somebody, I don't do that shit. I don't save to follow them, because then I'll remember how they look like. And once I get to an interest point where they give me feedback, and it's like that's where I want to see them at, to actually acknowledge, like, me interacting, wanting a conversation. That's just what I'm saying. So with all that, like, unnecessary nonsense, how this other YouTuber is saying, don't come on my page with that. Like I told you before, don't trust on anything that I say when I talk about, like, if I see something outside that has a big booty and all that shit. Like, no, you're not making sense to yourself, and you know what the fuck you're doing. You're making me look like I'm beneath shit. I'm beneath the dirt and all the shit all around that. So stop with that. I ain't trying to run shit. I ain't trying to run you. Just know that I'm not gonna, like, and this is always, it's always like this with fucking relationship. It's always a guy loving the way how I'm there on the, like, with them, and always knowing that I'll be there, right? It's almost kind of like a wife and a husband. The wife never leaves the husband because she knows that sometimes it's in beliefs, like in the Philippine culture. They say back, and I never even fucking knew this shit. I was like, what? How the fuck? I said that's the reason why a lot of, like, the ones that I know closely, my aunties and my uncles, they don't fucking divorce their fucking wife, because, and they're fucking around with another fucking lady, and there's no divorce on paper. It's not. Oh my god, they'll leave and separate. That like my dad, Like, since my dad was 55, my dad is 75. He's been sleeping on the fucking couch, but, you know, made his way into the bedroom, whatever. But there's still a gap in between the bed between my mom and my dad. Like, since my dad was 55, I have a little sister, the age of my son. I have an 18-year-old son, and she's the same age as my son. I knew her. I'm not mad at my dad. I actually like cover for my dad, you know? Like, even though I love my mom, it's like I treat my dad as a friend. Since then, since I was a child, he was messing with around, like, since I was 10 years old, you know? It's just, I don't say nothing and do all that shit or whatever, you know what I mean? Because I'll see it, but I don't see it like in between, you know, in the doors. Like, I don't hear them, you know, and all, like, no. So if I don't hear none of that shit, I can't say or whatever. But if it's a constant, then that's just what the fuck he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, what I'm trying to say is that when a woman is under a man and they acknowledge the way how the man is putting it out on a, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, under the sheets or whatever, or on the table, this is how I get down or whatever, this is my manly, like, power, you know, like, and this is my movement and stuff like that. And that's all. Like, it's not so much where my head could be like, no, like, no, you know, that's not a sad, that means she already knows that there was already a cheat involved. This part right here is, you guys see it through eyes of YouTube. I have not seen him in going, you know, to a telly or to her house, or trying to make it to, you know, getting really involved to try and getting the number and contact and stuff like that. But it just leads me into what, like, a Libra is. Like, I'm an air sign. So wind and fire is like, in fire is supposed to be like, I don't want to say it's, I'm not going to say it's a bad thing, okay? Fire is like almost kind of like an inspirational kind of thing. It's the in between of, when there's no air outside, there's air, okay, but like no wind outside, so it's clear. That just means that it's a steady a steady gratitude or gravity, you know, ain't nothing moving. So I'm an air sign, and air signs are very like, I can say air signs are interested in mostly all of the signs, okay? But a fire sign is almost kind of like, it's like one of those things where you need, because it ignites fire. It's like when you're in need of, like, say, to cook, you need fire. Or, but I know that there's propane and all that stuff, so it's just one click and stuff like that. So that's where the brain, you know, because like what's going out on the YouTube, there's people living in the woods because that's the hippie movement, okay? Or there's the homelessness. So the homelessness of building their way from, like, separational from the world, is them knowing that, it's very less to think of to gain the sacrifice, because they already know it, and that's what they could, keep all day every day, to whatever, when they want to change. A hippie is a different kind of thing. And I'm just going back to some of these YouTubers that's doing that right now, that's living in the woods. One is a hippie. I can tell that she's a hippie. And the man, he's just, he's running away from the law. And I could tell, that is because that person's probably in trouble with something that doesn't want to fix the responsibility. And that, I think that that's kind of like, I'm sorry, man, to kind of bring you guys down, but women like me too could be um saying that women are not responsible for some certain things that are stacking on top of each other. You know, like say like right now, this van is working. I got it up and running back again. The rotors and brakes was so fucking embarrassing when I was doing 2 weeks of driving it every day to work down the street. It was so fucking loud and embarrassing. You can hear the metal to metal, and I'm so like over here laughing at the van where I'm sitting at, and it's like these people are doing their daily whatever, you know, like wherever they need to be at, you know, get to moving on and on and stuff like that. And you're over here like, oh my god, this shit is so okay. So I got that sensor. Registration was due in November 17. Okay, I'm supposed to get this smogged. I'm running with stickers that was expired 3 days ago. I'm not that type of person. I always take responsibility and um, watch and take care of my shit. That's how my parents knew me as a bad type of person, like what Javan just said, keep thugging. Like they used to see me like doing thuggish ways when I was in my teenager years. You know, even if like how I was talking about my daughter's father, how he got jealous because I gave a homeless 16-year-old in front of a 7-Eleven that was asking for 25 cents and a cigarette, and I happened to give him a quarter and a cigarette while I was pregnant with your child, and you're gonna be kicking me around at the fucking house while you're on coke, beating me with a fucking a Glock, having a phone. I don't know, he was trying to tell me like, go call somebody, like, what the fuck? Like, he was trying to force me to go call the police and all this shit. Like, no, your brother called the police. Why the fuck would I get on the fucking phone for you to carry a gun, and you're gonna see me on the phone calling the police? That, like, wouldn't that make him even more mad? You know what I'm saying? That's just a test. It's a test for like how they think that how you would counter-react to a situation like that. But for him to get jealous off of that, like, I'm 18 years old. I'm having your fucking kid in a month. I was like 7.5 months pregnant. And you're gonna be like, you know, kicking me to the ground and pistol whipping me with that fucking gun. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Over something that I'm like a cigarette that I just passed. Like, everything's on camera. We're at 7-Eleven. I'm walking towards the store. I never came up to him. He talked to me. So what is that? And then they say like this jealousy part that I have and all this shit. Like, yeah, there's boundaries for that. Just like how I don't need to like really make this as, you know, a statement. Men should understand that there's certain boundaries. When I do understand, like, if we're in a house and you're committed to me, then there's boundaries already off top from the beginning. You should already know that. But if you are going to be a open minded, like, okay, I'm upstate, you're there, you're waiting for me, I'm waiting for you, we're together, but we don't have it yet in one house, so I'm not going to say I'm committed. But there's certain type of like ways that you don't make your woman feel bad and sad, and you don't make them feel like they're just like a piece of shit. Like, how the fuck can you even do that? Like, I don't, you know, I could be subscribed to, you know, other people Pew and shit. Like, I ain't gonna fucking lie, you know, because like right now it's gonna make me laugh for real, Pew. his ass can make me laugh with that funny laugh he has. And then I don't have to go to Dude in the Woods, and I don't have to go to Sister Wives, because he has all the information. I just need to go to his one page. Like, I subscribed to Dude in the Woods, only watched him for like 2 weeks, and then it was on to Pew, because Dude in the Woods could just be yapping and yapping and yapping about how he want to make something. Okay, you made the cheat, the what is it called, the Chinese Chinette type of shelvings or something. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Do y'all know what that is called? Can y'all tell me what he made off of them shelves? Because I know it's called a China something. But anyways, yeah, so then he made that, then he made the couch, but I'm not there watching every fucking second. I'll tune in for like 5 or 10 minutes, and that's about it. I don't, I'm not gonna watch. I don't give a fuck if he has a nice ass body. He has a girl, and that's just the type of female that I am. I'm not gonna fantasize about your man. I'm not gonna, if I was doing that, I would have already tried and tease you off of a chat comment and put it on your chat. But I'm not that type of female to be like trifling like that. I'm not going to try and jeopardize how I want to say, because this is how I feel, and make him feel some type of way to make him feel good, but then make her feel like, okay, she just needs to be stronger. No, 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 no. So, see, now that's one little test too that people can do to these other people. But I just leave it alone. You know, her having to deal with like the baby number 2 or some shit. I don't know, that there's another fucking female. Her dealing with that shit was already on was already her leading into the way how she was already feeling. So she thought she was comfortable and was like, okay, well, he keeps saying that I ain't making no money, but I feel like I still do need some type of stability on in camera of documentation of how my spiritual whatever the fuck, how she talks and all that shit. Like, I only watched it for her, man. I watched her like first 4 lives, and that was about it. But only like no more than 20 minutes. Hell motherfucking no. I will forward that shit. Nope. First 10-15 minutes, 20. I might sound like another person, but I'm for real, for real. That's just how shit goes. Like, the knowledge of like how it's like what I was saying before, it has nothing to do with how her image looks. It's her inner self of how she was coming. I said, she looks and reminds me of somebody, like someone. She does kind of like the thinking of like real life when it comes to those tarot, like spiritual, like demon Satan types, you know. She's like, I am 666, because somebody came on her chat just like the day before yesterday or the other day, and I have not seen her in like a whole since like when she left, when he kicked her out the first time. After that first time when he kicked her out, Pew was already talking a whole lot of shit about it. So there was the in between that part while she was gone and making her way through to sacrifice out on the woods. Like when she already first then came on a live, that she was when she was walking to like on the street, and it was her first live. I tuned into her shit, and she was very shy. She knew what she had to do, but she was kind of like already knowing that the winter is going to start getting cold. But if she already dealt with that, 3 years or whatever, I really do feel like she's like a go-getter. She's like a person that don't want to have nobody mess with her money if it's already something that she's interested in doing or is looking towards that plan or path. So that's her plan. This is her planning, is to overcome his situation and make herself look like she can do it. Okay, females, we think like that. But she also did look at it like he was mistreating her, and that's being abusive. So she was like, damn, I'm out here, I know how he is. He, never really kind of like kicked me out like that, but she did have a busted lip. So she was in the middle. She didn't know what to do. So that's why I'm like, okay, she's doing what she's doing. She's going on live and stuff like that and trying to get these people, because she was really trying to do that super chat, like, I mean, not super chat, that trying I mean donation shit, whatever the fuck it is called, right? So yeah, some people kind of like helped her out, go get an axe and let her get some food and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's very helpful in her mind. She thought it was going to be like a continuation thing, but when you're not really homeless and you chose to do that, because like what she just said on a description, let me see, I'm gonna show you guys right now. She said, I'm not doing this, it's by choice. She says, I'm not really like in the homelessness part. I'm doing this by choice. I'm living out where he's at by choice. And I'm going to show you guys right now. Hold on. I hate how it's like that. I know it's probably bright on your guys' side, but hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have you guys really understand me. Javan, you've been here for a very long time, so you're in good to know me, and I'm glad of that, because I do have somebody that has a sense of how I am. But hold on, where is it at? Great. Where did she write that shit at? She wrote it right here. And this was just I think like last night. She said they said go to a shelter, it's too cold to sleep in a tent. She said, I hear you, but no, I have a place to live. And like I said, I remember when I said on Pew's comments, when I chatted on his live stream when he did a collab with Mob, I put on his chat and I said, she has family. She's the one that influenced him to stay out there. But he's trying to make it a permanent mark where he said, no, I chose this to make a house, but I built a house for her. It was really her, how do you say, like, it was really her creativity. Let's do this in the woods. Let's be together. She's really she's a witch. She's a witch. She does, I don't, like, she don't really want to like show it, but she's really like one of those like witchcraft. But she says, I hear you, but no, I have a place to live and plenty of family. I already knew that. She said it on one of her fucking lives. She said it on Pew's chat. Somebody said, you don't have nobody like out there to try and help you. She said, no, I'm cool. Like, I'm good. I have family that I can go to. That's what she said. And this is the second time that she's mentioning it again. Okay. So let the shit make sense. I'm not trying to make you guys think otherwise. I'm going by how the fuck, like, how this shit is going. And I could clearly see. Taquitos, chicken taquitos. I gotta upload them. Let me see some of these pictures, you guys. Oh my god. And you guys, they made this thing where it says it's 2025 yearly recap. Is showing a whole like video, how do you say, like, replay of your whole channel, I guess. But yeah, like I said, I'm not here to make anybody feel bad or down or any of that shit. But this is the latest picture I showed on my watch time hours right here. So this was in Okay, let me see what date that was. That date was... Hold on, I'll be right back. Hold on. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys. So this right here says 1706 on the date of November 22nd. So that was 1,706 fucking hours. I mean, yeah, watch time hours. All right. I don't know if I could take off my live chat, but I know if you guys could press on the three dots and take out the live chat so you guys don't see that, you guys can see it on the bottom. On November 22nd, I had 1,706. Now, today, as of December 3rd, it's at 1,616. So I lost 300 hours. I had 1,981 hours back in, let me take this off. Oh shit. I'll let you guys see it on my laptop next live, because right now it really kind of threw me off. I was really trying to go around you know, some little like little babes out there, little baby girl, little, you know, teenager, whatever the fuck you want to call them, high schoolers and everything like that, you know, 20s and 30s, and even the seniors, even the senoras. Okay, we can have them too get involved with the nail the nail game, or whatever y'all want to call it, like nail maintenance. Y'all need to get your nails done and whatever like that. Okay, so this is my nail card, and I was supposed to I have 50 in here. I was supposed to go out and do my little thing, and you know, just pass. Hey, and like I said on the content that I was just saying, I said I need to start looking for business. And when I say business, doesn't necessarily have to be with a girl. It could be where a dude is trying to get a mani, a little, you know, cleanup, you know what I'm saying? And just like, I know it's like one of them things where, like, when I was doing my nail back in 2018, I was with the dude in Oakland, and he's originally from Antioch, well, originally from New York, but lived in Antioch, Pittsburgh, Concord, since he was 13. So he's been out in Cali since he was 13, and he is the same age as JT the Bigger Figure. He's born 1973, and yeah, so right now, but he has family in Atlanta, Georgia. So when I was doing nails, I was not doing men. Okay, I was not doing men. I was not going to their house. It was all females. They were coming to me, or I go to them, because I had an apartment. But before that, I was a mobile tech. I go to you, I go to your place, I open up shop, I unfold my table, and I put out all my little caboodle and shit like that, and work with you. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like my content title did say that I need to start looking for business. When I say that, is really moving forward towards a new, I don't want to say a new look, because everything is always going to be a new look. You know, it's just like how fashion is. Fashion is that's what it's called, a new look. That's what's the meaning of that. But yeah, so y'all give me y'all ways of how this can possibly help me. So let me read. I know it's saying a lot, but you know, I don't feel like I can have the acceptance from just looking and feeling the closeness of the screen of YouTube from me to whoever that is watching right now, to make me feel sad. But like how I was back in the days, I was not crazy, but shit, I was something. I'm older now, so I'm not I'm not like, doing like I'm gonna do revenge on you and all that shit. Like, no, I'll laugh. I'll laugh over, and that's what a lot of people are doing to make them feel good, is to laugh it off over something that could be a distraction, um, or not letting or leading you on to nothing that they are not letting you know too much about, because they're embarrassed about certain things, or they just couldn't like get it all the way into making something out of it or whatever. Like, as far as for me, I don't need somebody that's very overly like perfect. You know what I'm saying? A person that talks like, oh, I'm a Mac because I'm a Mac. Like, do you know that I've already been experienced with my daughter's father? Man, let me, you know what? I swear to God, let me try and go get him on the phone. He's on my IG. My daughter's father is on my IG. He follows me. He's married. I never followed him. Never. Ever since he did what the fuck he did, it's just like me trying to tell y'all, like, if y'all did what the fuck y'all did, or even is doing, even though I'm not in a relationship with y'all now. Okay? So, um, that's what y'all did. I'm not gonna sit around and pout and say, this is what you did, this is what you did. I never even explained to him what the fuck he did. It just happened just the way how it happened. We just separated and that was it. Okay? Like, knowing of the sacrificial from an American born into living in a third world country, they will hold you for ransom. And it was not him to trying to protect me. It was him open up his zipper pants, you know what I'm saying, and going out there because he sees all the females he could possibly mac on, and that's what he was getting. We did a long distance relationship after he got deported here. He was in the San Diego prison correctional, like I was saying on one of my lives. He was still on me when I visited him, while I was on um a restraining order. Okay, my family didn't put I don't know who put a restraining order on me to not see him. That was not me. That was not my parents. I think it was like either excuse me, because he was a green card and he was already on his second strike. He was in the prison because the first time it was in Redwood City, California. Okay, in the jail facility over there. Gave him, did his time, his little like I think it was like 5 or 6 months. They let him go. Then second time he did another domestic violence. The first time his brother called the police. It was at the house. The second time the outside called the police because they saw you fucking with me um at the 7-Eleven, like me crossing the street going back to the bowling alley where you're at. But then when I get over there, liquor was involved, holding like it was like a place where thugs was all around. We used to carry tall cans, 40 bottles, liquor bottles. So there was vodka. It was a whole vodka bottle and he was holding it. Oh, I think there was another homie that was holding it, and we was, there was all like buzzing and stuff like that. So me saying one thing, you slapping me right there. That fucking sliding door where the building of the bowling alley was right there. They saw that and it was on camera. So they called the police, not me. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, and don't put this as like this is a karma ass situation for people to say, okay, well, she didn't need that. That was uncalled for. Like, I know a whole lot could be said where they don't know. We don't know how she is. We don't know who she really is or what she did or whatever. But once they see something like that over a man trying to overpower a small girl like me, he's 6'1". And you not liking a word that I say, so you slapping me? And I think like a cigarette ash was on my fucking head. So by the time I got home, uh, the police fucking stopped me at the 7-Eleven, but I never gave him my ID. I never told him where I lived. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't know how the fuck they got my information on where I was living at. And then they fucking, when he called me on the phone 2 or 3 days later, I don't know how the fuck the police recorded that. I don't know if my parents was, okay, this might be one thing though. You know when people used to have recording answer machines? And when my parents knew that he was calling, they probably recorded the shit and gave it to the police. So once, excuse me, once they found out that it was in a calling streak over a past 2 or 3 days, because after 2 days he was on the run, because they saw what they saw from what happened at the bowling alley. So they were trying to catch him, but I wasn't trying to do anything. I was just trying to leave it alone. But I knew that there was already some type of involvement, you know. But anyways, so my parents probably turned that in or whatever and got that situated. So when he called back again, they traced where he was calling at. And I was only 18 years old. This is back in 1998. My daughter was born 1999. So 1998, they traced where the fuck he was calling from. So I told him that he was being recorded because the police, you know how like when the police is at your house and you don't know why they're there. You don't want them there. That's how I was. And especially pregnant, like you don't want that. It doesn't give you mood swings. It'll probably like hype me up with blood pressure and type shit. Like like I was a kid doing bad stuff when I was in my 14, 15, 16, 17. You know, holding tall cans and drinking 40s out of alleys and shit like that. In little cuts and shit where we used to smoke our weed and shit, you know. So for police to be in my fucking dining room listening to what he was saying and them recording it, they traced it back. And so they arrested him. Shit, they got him. Like they knew where he was at because they knew where he was calling from. And he was calling from another friend's phone, but then his friend was like, you can't stay over here and stuff like that. So he went back home. They arrested him there and stuff like that. The protection over me to not stay in the Philippines has nothing to do with him trying, because I don't think he was really trying to keep me. He was more trying to push it to like saying, you don't know how to speak Tagalog. Tagalog is the Philippine language in my country. So he was more like, I don't want to be inside my room talking like this because I know I could hear the other little boy that's talking in the living room and all that shit, and his ass be on a gaming thing, and I can't hear him and I can't be talking at the same time, and it's like it'll kind of throw me off. So I feel very comfortable in my office right here inside this van because this is my office, okay? So who wants to talk? You know. But anyways, yeah, so he didn't really want to, like, we was doing a long distance. He'll ask me to come, we'll settle, I'll come back again another year. We did it for like almost 3 years, and then after that I just really caught him to him really being actively talking to other females. So I said, okay, yeah. And then I got with my son's father. After that, it was around maybe 4 or 5 months later, I got with my son's father, and then I was in that situation. But my daughter's father held down a piece of property in the, like, let's just say, you know how, where's that place? The Hamptons? Is that in New Jersey? Hamptons. So Hamptons is very like upscale, very expensive and stuff like that. But then where my daughter's father had grandparents that lived in something like that, but in the Philippines. It's called Quezon City. Quezon City. If you look it up and look at that territorial mark, it's in the upper scale. They were in gated communities where they had police officers that had shotguns that were in the gates that will secure from you entering. So his grandparents were in a mansion that I was staying at while we was still doing the long distance relationship, when I would go back and forth. So my daughter's father is more of a money, and I never took him as that. I didn't know how much money he had. You could be out here like, say, JT the Bigger Figure. He always say like, I'm a bum, I'm a bummy ass, and word, whatever. And that's just me. But I could have so much fucking money that y'all wouldn't even know. You know, that was never told to me. I was just more brought up in my teenager years, just following him to what he was, but never knew what he had. Okay, so that's just me. I don't look towards like, oh man, I gotta have a man that like will just keep up with me or needs to maintain what is in my needs and stuff like that. Like, no. And then my son's father, yeah, they got bread. They got bread too. And over here in the States is different money than in the Philippines, because in the Philippines it's pesos. But the credit, the how do you say, the credentials of my daughter's father's side is like political, like, you know how like when they say things are corrupt, there's probably like corruption involved. And Philippines is a third world country. There's always corruption. It's always been like that in that country, or in my country, whatever. Yeah, so, and he knows about it. He was raised in it. So yeah, and I learned off of it after, let's just say, I really just, it sat on me already for a long time, of knowing that even while we were separated, then I finally knew that I didn't need to do anything. I didn't need to worry. I didn't need to, well, I was never trying to worry, or I never was thinking about, should I worry? You know what I mean? Or, I'm not going to say I'm a deadbeat, like, oh, okay, I don't need to worry, like, okay, let me just be a deadbeat, or let me just be like one of them that just don't think about their kids and stuff like that, and let him do it all. No. No, I was trying to get my daughter. My parents took guardianship over my daughter because I was doing, like I was lacing up trees with, they used to call them chewies when I was 14 years old. I was only doing it because my sister, her husband, everybody else in the hood was doing chewies. It's, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like an addiction. Hell, motherfucking no. I just tried it, and it was like, it wasn't every day. We didn't have no jobs. Only the ones that was drug dealing the shit was the only ones that was providing the motherfucking shit. So we got lucky. That's just about that. I wasn't no drug dealer. My sister's husband wasn't no drug dealer. My daughter's father was a tree. He used to sell trees, but he wasn't selling no rocks. Okay, so let's just get that. Like, because I heard that somebody try to say that there's something wrong with me because I used to smoke fucking crack or rocks in my fucking weed and shit. It was laced, and that's just what they all about. So there's something wrong with them because she live in Cali. And like, no, stop. God damn, that shit is like, what the fuck kind of motherfucking storylines and trying to make people think of and all that dumbass shit. Like, no. But I know you said, what did Javan say? My inner circle. See, now, I know that you guys look up. I don't want to say you guys look up to gods. Okay. I'm going to say that it's out when it's just being said out of your mouth. When somebody says, because I remember I used to hear my son's father used to always, he, he used to always say, uh, what the fuck he used to say? He used to say it's the something gods. I forgot what the fuck he used to say, but he used to be like, that's the blah 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 gods, you know, like it's holding him down from like it's kind of like a sarcastic, you know what I'm saying? You making fun out of something, but it's really like them gods is the one that holds that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. So when he say that, it's like you're in so in true of that's what you always like to say, but while in that stage of life, it's like you don't know whether to keep it or like not believe in it or whatever. But like right now, people just fall into different inner, let's just say, thuggish ways. Okay. There is no thuggish ways. And this is not to like make you feel like I'm not how do you say, like taking from what you said. I know exactly what you're saying. You saying work and work to the best, you know, um in everything possible that could make you happy. I know exactly what you're saying, Javan. But when I say like something where it's talking about how everybody is just doing their, like I'm saying, man, doing their thuggish. I know you trying to look at me like a homegirl and stuff like that, which I do really appreciate. I appreciate that. There goes Southwest Airlines. I'm about to go ride them again. December 23rd. I'm going to Vegas. Um, yes, and this is not just because something happened today and I'm leaving and because I need to show him and no, no, no. I planned this. Yeah, this shit is crazy. It's always like I'm always a like person that proves something where I don't want to have anything said later down the line and say, "Oh, she's only doing that because something happened to us and now she's on her way to wanting to like whatever have fun and things go on in Vegas and whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas kind of line." And no, it's not one of them. My sister is a widow. She is a widow wife, and you know, I talk about my brother sometimes on my lives. You know, um, I had a voucher that came from when I came from upstate when I did go to see, you know, Mob up there in Seattle, Washington back in my birthday. My birthday was September 30th, so I did stay for 5 days. Um, I came flying back on the same day of my birthday, and when I was flying back, they left my luggage back at the airport in Seattle. So they did not um, carry it on the cargo while it was flying with me. It was stayed behind, so they had to fly it over the next day. So that's why I did a live when I went to the airport and went to go pick it up, and they gave me a voucher for $125. So it's good for another year. It's expired October 1st, 2026, but I wasn't going to try and like say to myself, okay, that just gives me another year to say to myself, like, maybe I can't see him again in maybe sometime in a year from now. But when people do have jobs, this vacation sick leave type of thing is like you have to, I don't want to say plan it because there is planning involved with that, but if they already knew when I left for 5 days, you have to do it sometime around the same month when you went on vacation. You can't just do it like anytime soon after that. Like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. It's a little too early for you to do another vacation. You don't want to kind of show job companies like that. You know, it's not professional to be like, okay, I can just do whatever I want. I showed them the first time that when I did that, and I'm under the 90-day probation, that's just showing that how I don't really need you guys. I'm showing that I don't need you guys. You guys need me. So I tried to show them that I don't need them. Even though I only had a 2-day part-time job at my job right now. You know, it's like I was falling back to my part-time saying, okay, well, at least I'm holding something. And that's just what people have to think nowadays. Um, People have to really think like there's no time for like foolishness games out there, like not turning into anything where they can't gain, um you know, like securing a bag, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to go show my little bag that I got at home, you understand me? Yeah, I got uh an envelope. And what I keep in the envelope is 5,000 in each envelope, and I got 3 of them. I still need to stack up 2 more of those envelopes. And yeah, people talking about like these old cars, it's not bad to have one. Hell yeah, it's not bad to have one. I didn't need nobody to tell me that I didn't not need to have an old car. This is what was passed on to me. And if somebody tells you this is what they're passing on to you, and if they say, oh, and don't say anything about it, don't say that it's ugly and because you're like this and you want a nice car and like that. My father never told me that. He was just like, just take care of it. It's not yours, but I just need you to take care of it. But he ended up, you know, is getting older. He's, you know, 75, and he's just like, okay, well, if you can maintain it, if you could pay the repairs on it, because it's already in that type of, and he already knew what the fuck he was, you know, he was already going to give it to me anyway. So when people were just talking about how don't put a lease on cars and all that stuff, like, yeah, it's true. If you have it like that to pay a note and stuff like that, because you already holding stacks on, you know, stacks on stacks and stuff like that, then yeah, put a whole lot of down payment, you know what I'm saying, and then get to it. You feel me? But me having this band is something where is nothing um is going wrong to make. I don't give a fuck. Shit, no chairs, one chair, a driver chair. I don't give a goddamn fuck. I put my motherfucking nail table back there, hold all my shit and caboodles back there, and make my way to go make my hustle, because that's what I used to do in my old Dodge van. I used to live in my van, and I used to be a mobile nail tech. So, and then I met my ex that was from Oakland, and he held me down. You know what I'm saying? But we would always just meet up in Oakland. Like, I would never go to his place, he would never go to my place. It was always inside the van. We were a van couple for 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2000. Well, no. So 2018, 2019, and 2020. Because when I had my apartment, that's when I gained so many racks because of COVID and the EDD, that I settled into 28,000 to 33,000. And I got an apartment for me, and I wanted him to be a part of it, but he had dogs who he loved so much that I couldn't get around that. I didn't like the dogs on the bed. They make me itch. I was getting hives because they would roll around the dirt. You know, it like rolling around the dirt was kind of like their camouflage off of them, showing the other dogs that this is their territory. And that's one thing that I learned. There's always something new that's good when you learn off of things that you kind of like were never interested in, but it's like, okay, so it's understandable and makes sense or whatever. um I'm not a dog lover. I'm not a pet, too much of a pet person, but it is nice to have like just a pet that probably don't like bark loud. I know that there's cat that, you know, cries and whatever and stuff. Y'all know them damn cats at night. Stuff like that. But yeah, it doesn't feel too bad over here. um yeah. Facebook. Yeah, I only deal with Facebook with my old coworkers that if they always say, because you know they speak Spanish and shit, and they have a hard time trying to like get to second or third jobs because they don't know how to communicate. So, and they don't find the network. So I try to help them, and I do. That's the only time when I get on Facebook on Messenger and shit. But it leads me to communicating with my daughter. Like my daughter has a messenger. I don't really talk to her on like regular contact phone number. I only just contact her on the messenger, leave her messages and all that. Like I've been really getting more close to my daughter now because she's here. She's in Santa Cruz. She's in the university. Oh, not well. Hold on. She's in a university, but she's too old for that. There was a whole lot of shit that happened in between her years from being a college year in the Philippines than being in a college year here in the United States. So that's a big difference. But I don't look like she's a down, like, oh, that happened to you. Okay, well, I need to be sad then. No, I just let it be. I let whatever situation, how she's taking care of it. She's always doing something better than what it is because she's taking care of it. So that's all I need to know. If I seen that from the first and second time, then I don't need to look at to be worried about something if something's going to happen. I look more of like powering onto that person. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, if I'm cutting down on this person who was letting go because of over the time that I've been gone for a whole month, that's just was like, it was like I'm letting go, but this person's asking for me because they wanted to know if I will answer back on their live, if I'm still hearing their lives, or they wanted to hear a reaction if I'll say something on the chat, or if it's true or not, if I was trying to get back with ATM Tim because I heard that she was messing around with ATM Tim. Like that's what got him to getting me to talk. And I see how that type of game that was having me to get back on giving him a reply, because I know that I wasn't going live, so he couldn't comment because he was a type of person. Y'all know that he's a type of person. He's not the one to call me. He wants me to call him. Like, why should a man be kind of like the woman of how a man is supposed to be getting the calls of from the woman, where it's really supposed to be, well, I'm not going to say it's not really supposed to be, but where he doesn't believe that, like, I'm not a chaser. I don't chase the women and all that stuff. I'm not too soft of a type person. So I'm not the one that's going to be calling you all the time. Like, I got this and like, no, I don't expect all that shit, but it should be like halfway, halfway where, it was been told that I never call. Like, in how many years I'll call once a year? Like, yes, I'm I'm a dominant. And he said that I was arrogant. I'm not arrogant. I'm very dominant. I could be arrogant at some, but it's not really though. You just saying I'm arrogant because I don't call. I think you got the whole word mixed up. Arrogant is the dude out in the woods. You know, the one that says living in the woods alone, he's the arrogant one. I'm more of, and he, you know, he's dominant too. Everybody's mostly, you know, the way how if they feel like that's a definition of them, I'm dominant too. That's that's just what it is. It's not like, and you know that like clinged on and having to want to build and shit like that. So just because I don't call you, I'm trying to slave myself to make money. You know, there's no excuses on my part to cheat or nothing like that. Like, you can see everything of what I have. The Lord don't care who got the biggest house. I got that from the grandpa in Menace. I relate to it. Wait, what? Oh, you remember oh my god, y'all remember Saafir? Saafir. Well, Saafir was the dude that got shot in the car when there was a drive-by. And my cousin was dating him. Okay, I swear I'm not lying. He came all the way down here from and he just, you know, friendly. It wasn't like dating, like fucking and shit like that. But he took out my cousin out on an outing like maybe 2 or 3 times. But his name is Saafir. Hold on, Javan. I need to read that again. Because you just be making some interesting, like, you would be that type of person to hear out. I'm going to go inside the house now. I see 0, but hopefully y'all could tune into me. I do appreciate those whoever was watching to give me, you know, my time on my watch time hours back. I've been on here for an hour and 46 minutes. I'll grab everything on the other side. So let's go. Bring my sodas. So I really didn't accomplish, well, not like that. I'm getting some stuff, like trying to deal with my YouTube and shit like that, you know. Let me zip up my little makeup bag. I ain't wearing no makeup at all because I really don't care sometimes, you know what I mean? I really like that. I'm not too much of a heavy makeup person. I know I can wear makeup, but I'm not too heavy obsessed with my makeup. Let's just say that. Let's just go inside the house. Gotta lock my doors. Yep. Uh-oh, what is that? Yeah, so I'm going to Vegas on the 23rd, you guys. I'm going up there at my sister's place. I'm gonna be out there for for 3 nights, 4 days. I'll be out there on the 23rd. I'll be coming back here on the 26th. I'm flying out there. My sister paid for the rest of the ticket, all in total to go there was $165. I had a $125 voucher, so she paid for the rest, and to return was $185. So in total it turned out to be $318, but I had a $125 voucher, so she just paid $213. which she asked me if I can come out there. She says, "Well, what are you gonna do for what are you gonna do for Christmas?" I said, "Shit, nothing." I said, "I have a whole 3 days off." She was like, "Well, come out here. I'll pay for it." I'm like, "Okay."
There's no screw. That's why you know it's making like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that will put screw.
Oh okay.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Oh my God, it's cold, you guys. It's cold. Okay.
Mommy.
I'm gonna put my smoothie inside. Let's go inside the room. Hold on, you guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me open up this door. You know what? You were here earlier before. I think you were talking positivity on my channel earlier. So, okay, you're not that person that was talking bad. I hope you're not, because I don't keep the trolls around my page. Um, a lot of people are just accepting a lot of people because they talk nice. But for a female to accept that is very like um, hard for a female to trust in whoever that is out there to talk about um, in conversation on my shit, because you could just be anybody. For a man to sit around and see a profile that doesn't have no pictures, then that's up to them. They are more of a man to overpower the female and just say, okay, well, you just trolling. Okay. Turn on my heater. So my heater does do a rotation. It gives you hours. I'm probably just gonna put 2 hours for now. I'm gonna take this off. Oh, my fucking stand is inside the car, you guys. I'm gonna have to some shit. Hmm. Let me go out and in. Y'all hit that like. Yeah, cripple country. I see what you just said when you said the love you gave to the people you cared for at the last nursing home job you left. Yeah, you knew, huh? I hate seeing you sad. I understand you, and yes, it bothers me. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. Right. I was right to take this person off. I was no doubt about what um, that person got all through damn chat. Okay. You guys are up on my dresser. I need to get my stand out of the car. I'll be right back, you guys. Here, you guys just look at my sliding door right there. I hope my shit don't fall. Let me go to the car and let me go grab my stand, okay? I'll be right back. It's cold outside, you guys. Hold on, let me grab my keys. Oh, outside. Hold on, y'all. Look what I'm eating. Ferrero Rocher. I don't know how to say this shit. But I am going to put this over here. And I'm going to stand, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm just going to put this inside the refrigerator, inside the kitchen. Okay. Oh. Put you guys over here. Hold on. Take off my shoes. If I don't know what's your name, like what's your username or whatever, because it's only like the ad handle. If you subscribe to my channel, you know, hopefully I can bring something new that will have people stay tuned into, or it could just be one of those helping kind of like, you know what I'm saying, I guess situation. I'm gonna put this jacket up. That was my daughter over here when she was 6 years old, so that's her picture over there. I have to use a bathroom, you guys. Thank you again, you know, for the people that do support in the future my channel, to give me my watch time. Let me put you guys like this. All right, look at my hair, you guys. It's like straightening out now. Like my curls are only on the bottom. My hair is so long that you literally, it's like right above my booty. That's how much long it's growing. The resident one said, Castro Valley, he said, do not cut your hair. He says it means something in this universe. And he said some really deep down shit. But anyways, yeah, Javan, you sound like it's a good type of you know, when somebody's healing and you're trying to like uplift that. That's very nice. Very good word to say. I'm eating one of these chocolates. So I'm glad that some of my mods came back. I'm gonna start, like, I know I gave a wrench to somebody that does stay on my page, that does not have a profile. He only has a letter, but always says good morning and all that stuff. And I never put him as a mod. He's been on my page longer than how the other mods, how they went on other people's page and came on for like 3 weeks and already mod up, like, and don't like the simple fact that how I'll put in towards a person because they're being acknowledgeable and very, respectful and stuff like that. So like, so opposite. It doesn't make sense sometimes. One that follows is like just being misled. It's so sad. It's sad. I'm not here like sobbing or anything like that. I'm gonna kick up this sand real fast. Hold on. This chocolate is good. He said hello. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like button. I see 1 like up there. I've been on here for almost 2 hours. And I was scared. Yeah, I was forgetting. Or is it just a history that y'all don't want to keep on y'all history YouTube channel that y'all don't want to have other people look at? So, I know the real deal. Which is okay. I mean, shit. I do. But this is my usual, when I sit down here and I sit in front of my Android phone. I know it's nice to have an iPhone, but I'm not getting any as of right now. Still working on my my laptop. People at my work is already knowing about the history between this relationship. The dishwasher female at my part-time and the front desk girl that at my part-time job, the front desk. Okay, when I run from the kitchen and run to the front, I'll be talking like everything was going on. Not about the other people. I'm talking about like the goods, the bads, like what is this and what is that? I can you guess what I am? Let me go turn on my ring light. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Oh. Hell no. Turn it up. Can you guess what I am? Just guess. Guess what I am. Guess. Okay, I'm Filipino. I'm Philippine. I need to do that Chris Brown challenge. What the hell? Oh shit. I guess this is how I was gaining hours. Over 2 months, I gained like 500 hours in 2 months. So let me try and do that again. I'm gonna constantly try and get on my days off last in these months from since this year began. I've been trying to go live even while I was going to work and being at work, and that was like very it took like, how do you say, some type of encouragement. Like I had to be facing like policies and facing like I forget what's the word called, like you doing something where you're not supposed to be, like you're kind of crossing policies and you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing at work, is recording and stuff like that. So I kind of was like um not following, like, by the rules at work. So while this whole year was happening, I was doing a whole lot of that and just trying to um push. So I was basically pushing. I was pushing and I was pushing and I was pushing and I was pushing. I gained 5 hours in 2 months, and then now I lost it within 30 days. I lost 400 hours within 30 days. So let me try and get back. I don't care how long it will take for me to gain 3,000 hours. So I'm not going to care. So yeah, just let it be. It's only been 2 hours since this third live that I've been on. I did not make any accomplishment that went towards my nail, but there will be a continuation tomorrow because I am off tomorrow and Friday. So hopefully it can bring me some type of plans to get females outside to um, maybe do some free sets for them in the beginning, and then if they like it or not, then you know what I'm saying, they could come back or whatever. I'm gonna open this up. Yeah, so yesterday was my Friday. And I can tell a lot of people are scared to come on my page because they feel like I was messing around with somebody who they didn't probably like. Um, Look at my nail card. It says it's a nails loyalty card. It says thanks for being loyal. Get 50% off on your sixth. Get 50% off on your sixth visit. So right here is half on your sixth. So the people that keeps these cards, they're gonna be wondering like, oh my god, this girl does nails. Like if she keeps going and going on to doing good nails, then on my sixth one will be cool. I don't have to pay for the full price. So yeah, I got 50 of these cards. And I'm going to do them tomorrow. So that's gonna be my plan. Y'all need to start talking to me because I've answered one question, or was there a few questions before that? Let me see from the very beginning. Oh, you too, that Thanksgiving. I had Thanksgiving here by myself. I didn't feel good. So I stayed inside the room. I had to take like a Tylenol. I was not feeling good. Um, hmm. today, you guys? Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Put this over here. So this. I know for sure on Friday I gotta do my laundry on Friday. Mm. Was that on pause on here? Oh. My storage space on my Google is already getting full, so I need to. Uh, me deleting emails, not doing anything. I need to pay like $9.99 just to get Google storage, just to overpower my uh, emails that I'm keeping. I'm guessing it's large attached, um, like image files that are recordings, and it's too large size, so it's kind of like it's storing a whole lot of storage space on my Google. So it's telling me on December 24th is going to be. What the hell? Come on. Oh. Hold on. So, okay. Did you get what I said? I said I'm a Philippine. I'm a Filipina. What the fuck is this? Can it show home? There. God. Ew. Nice. I'm just looking at my past lives, the last 3 lives. Okay. I'm gonna look at my dashboard, YouTube studio. Yes, so basically, when I do come on, it's always gonna be something where I put in I don't want to say a story because I don't like talking about the past, like as if it's a negative thing. It's just the past was things that I already overcame because you guys already see me in a more of a convenient, spacious um, place that I'm at where I'm comfortable. So yes, so I'm proud of that, and um, yeah, so I need to be more proud of myself more. So me looking in towards getting back into the nail business will get me to being more I don't want to say happy, but because doing nails is hard work. It lays on your, it kind of, it settles into putting work into your back and in your hands. So it's just like working, because when you do nails, you're working in order to earn money. So it's not an easy thing. So for me to be looking towards into that is like I want to make improvements, and that's just basically what I'm heading for, you know? So yeah. Oh, and James, if you are, I can't find you on my block list, so I need to go back to one of my old videos, and like where you were around where I didn't block you at, because I can't go to the old videos where when I blocked you, because it holds it down for a period of time from 2, 3, 4 months before that. So I really need to go towards the beginning of 2025 and unblock you there. And yes, so I'm gonna unhide you, and yeah. Yeah, so having a channel dashboard shows a lot of stuff that even if you're not monetized, it shows who are the unique viewers. If you did a short, how much people stayed in towards the 30-second mark, and who's the people that swiped away um, during in between the 30-second mark, or who stayed in, and how much percentage that was in the 30-second mark. So you can see who, how much percentage from 100%. So like let's just say 35% stayed, and 65% swiped away. So that's just like saying they're engaged viewers, or returning viewers, or unique viewers. So what I like are the engaged. I like the engaged views. Um, that to me right there says a whole lot towards any kind of type of recording upload on my channel. Any type of shorts, videos. Um, the posts don't really show engagement. It won't show you anything where he'll say there's unique viewers that are going to your post or anything like that. I really never really saw that. I more just saw unique viewers, or returning viewers, or engaged viewers. So the engaged viewers is the ones that's going to be the main source of you having to have that click in your head as fully as possible, to have you keep a reminder in your thought about your YouTube page, to know that engaged views, or engaged viewers that stay within a second, within a time frame in your video, will settle into you calculating an earning of cents to dollars, and then having a percentage of how much that they will um, honor for a dollar amount. For every thousands of views, you'll get a dollar amount, because it's the engaged viewers that are the ones that are reacting towards that are being loyal to your video. So yeah, I'm gonna be more focused on this, and I gotta keep reminding myself about this when I get to the 3,000 or 4,000 watch time hours back. So yeah. Uh-uh. So like right here on my channel analytics, it says new viewers, regular viewers, or subscribers. That's because it's off of content. But when you go to the audience, like I'm gonna go to the audience right now. See more. So my how do you say, my channel page percentage, like average, my channel average is 96 point something. So it went down. It used to be 98 or 97.9, but I remember that my channel page averaged at 98, and that was really good, like towards my page. Now it's at 96. It's at 96.5 channel average percentage. Wow. Hold on. Okay. December 3rd. I paid my rent 3 days ago, or actually on the 29th. I paid it early. I do get a paycheck. When do I get a paycheck? Oh, I'm getting itchy right here, you guys. Shit, I don't get paid till Friday. I had to pick up my paycheck on Friday. Mm-mm. Refresh. Yeah, so I'm just trying to kick back myself onto this YouTube thing. There is no like shyness or anything like that, or anything that is going bad towards where I'm at. I'm in good standing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still surviving off of my part-time job. It's considered my part-time, even though it's 4 days now. I cut off my full-time job at Castro Valley. I was doing 4 days over there, fully. How many hours per week was I doing? I was doing um three. Yeah, so I was like full-time over there in Castro Valley. I was doing 4 days over there, and then 2 days in my part-time. So I cut off my full-time, and now I'm doing 4 days in my part-time. So right here down the street, I'm doing 4 days: Saturday, Sunday, and Monday and Tuesdays. Hopefully I can get more days. I'm asking for a Wednesday so it can give me um, money to keep in my pockets, other than just paying my bills and paying my rent. So yeah, I'm just looking at my channel, the studio. So I'm just looking at the count of my subscribers. I gained 6 subscribers since this morning. Thank you, because I lost 4. It was at 1,186 yesterday and this morning. And then right when I got on live, I gained 6 subscribers. Somebody just went live. It's 7:29. Um, yeah. Let me see. It says Ask Studio, your new creative partner. It says save time and get tailored ideas for your channel with Ask Studio, a new feature in YouTube Studio available for eligible creators. It uses your channel data to give you quick insights and new ideas. It says get started. I'm kind of looking towards that chicharron, the little short that I did, the latest one on Thanksgiving. I'm looking towards eating that, but that shit costs some money. Like just for a pound of that, 1 pound of that pork intestine, whatever the fuck, um, that right there is like $22, $23 just for a pound. That shit's expensive as hell. So Ask Studio on the side tab of your channel dashboard, there's an Ask Studio. It says, "Hello Shiner, nice to meet you. I can help you with your channel and video analytics. I can help you with community engagement on comments. I can help you with new content ideas. I can help you with tips and info about YouTube Studio." So now it says, "Ask a question to get started. How can Ask Studio help me?" So right here it says, "Ask something." Um, what if I ask, um, okay, hold on. Um, okay, hold on. I asked a question about collaboration. I'm asking how it can make it easier. Okay. It says, "Just a sec." Oh my god, I'm still kind of cold, yo. Oh yeah, and I bought a few like gadgets from Macy's. It's a rotation, so it holds my phone device on horizontal. Or I'm not sure if it could be vertical, but I see how live chats on live stream is, how do you say, is vertical. So I bought a gadget that's horizontal and it's motion censored. So whenever you move, the phone will follow you. So I bought two of those. I bought a white one and I bought a pink one. I thought I was trying to give the other one as a gift to somebody who I was just mentioning whatever, and now that I realize that it's just not like, and then I went to go buy a heating blanket for myself, as a Christmas gift to myself. It is a heating blanket, and then I bought another one as a heating pad. So yeah, and I thought that this was going to work, but it's obviously not giving me any type of better. It's not. So this video right here is showing that I have 53 views off of this live right here. That's not the final count, but it is kind of like small. Um, I used to get like off of 2 hours and 30 minutes, I used to get at least 200 uh, views as an average for an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I don't know um, really how much the count is, but it says in this live stream, the count is at 53 views, and that's a hell of low. Yeah, for 2.5 hours, no. But I am just slowly getting back. I'm gonna keep constantly going back. I'll probably just even fall asleep with you guys too, like right here, putting that phone onto my desk pillow. So I have a lap. How you see how it's like a bean bag? It's like a here, I'll show you that. So right here it says you are golden, and it is a like a bean bag, pink bean bag. I got this from Walmart online. They sent it to me 3 or 4 days after my birthday. And you put your little tablet right here. You could put a pen, like a writing pen. You could put your cell phone right here, and or your laptop. This is really what it's for. But I use it to. I can use this to drink my coffee like that. Um, do a little bit of some business, like, you know, on a computer and stuff like that. I'm trying to see what's going on. Um, yeah, so this is what it is. I got my little pizza box right here. Um, it needs to start getting warmer. It's halfway making my room. My heater is this small. It's a rotation one, so it's the one that my dad left me. Oh, I didn't put it on rotation. It's facing that way. Okay, I needed to have it rotate so I could feel it because it's only halfway making my room kind of feel warm, and I have short sleeve on and it's kind of cold. So let me put this and let me start moving around um, my room. But this is what I asked on the Ask Studio. I asked them a collab. Oh shit! It said that is a fantastic question. A collab split screen live setup, whether using a native feature or third-party streaming software, makes the entire co-hosting experience significantly easier for several key reasons, mostly by simplifying technical logistics and boosting audience reach. It was just like a simple kind of question. I just wanted to see, like, for an example, what kind of answer or pop out kind of like, um, if it's kind of like, how do you say, like reasonable, if it's too overreacting about how they're trying to give you some type of answer. Like, does it make sense? Does it not? Like, does the AI sound stupid? But it's not. This is not AI. It's well, I don't know. It seemed like it is because it's like one of those question things on the side. See it? So this is the little tab thing that you want to see right there. And it will say, there goes my channel analytics. I'm at 1,192. I was just at 1,086. I mean 1,186, and now I'm at 1,192. Okay. I'm not in a competition, but this is a race. So I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I'm in a race, but it's not competition. Like, I'm not trying to sound arrogant or anything like that. I'm just doing this on my own time. I know I'm on a race, but my race is towards watch time hours. My competition is not about who makes the most and um, who gets the most views. It's about what, after you make your watch time hours, when you are monetized, that you are pushing effort towards to beat the 1000, I mean, to beat the 100 threshold mark. And once you beat the $100 threshold mark, then you feel more comfortable to keep going and going and going. Because if you can't reach that, then that just means that there's just no, I don't want to say no hope, but then you need to go towards something else, you know, and not just bullshit on this internet saying, oh, I make a little bit of money and things, and it's just, it's okay, and it's all this, and I know it's a little something, but it's not so too important, but it's still showing that you have something for social media, so you could show the, I guess, attractiveness that you're trying to like get in return. I gotta use the bathroom, so let AI do the work so you can spend less time editing and more creating and getting discovered by a new audience. So turn live streams into shorts. I think that's where they started making those live highlights. So the live highlights, when you get on a live stream, is automatic and will pop up as a live highlight. Mine right now is showing private on, I think, here, let me go look at my shorts. Let me see if they are private, because if they're popping up right now, then it's giving me views. But I'm not really worried about them. I have so many live highlights that I've locked. See, like my last 3 is all private. They're all private. I have not unlocked them. Oh, 2. I have 2 that is locked, private. Okay. Uh-huh. I wanted to play it. Okay, let me go back on there. Oh, it looks different. It looks really, really different. So that one person is me on the background. I have 1 thumbs up. That is crazy. I had 2 people that were mods in here and they didn't even give me a fucking day. It's alright. Stupid. Let me go. Let me go look at, I guess. I don't have like that swipe to look at other people's lives. Let me see what I can look for. Ow. Okay. I Let me go look at some nail videos. Nail videos. Let me see. Ooh, but I'm looking also at food, like the what's it called, chicken feet. Oh my god, like I don't know if I ever tried chicken feet, but this girl named Tiny Licious, so TinyLicious, Tiny Licious. She's a Cambodian girl, but she makes like very trending or even like um you know fancy recipe or even just simple recipes that's from her country, Cambodia. And they'd be making me, because I love Thai food, like that southeast kind of culture, dishes, especially from Thailand. um so I'm into their food, but she makes Cambodian, which is kind of like in the cousins, like they're right next to each other. So she made chicken feet, but it was in a batter. So I need to get that recipe from her. I'm gonna look her up right now. She made chicken feet with an interesting ingredient that had batter. I don't know if she used pancake batter, but I don't think it was pancake batter. I know she probably used, oh, I think it was potato starch. So potato starch and some type of cream to make the mixture, to make the batter for the chicken feet. It just looked too fucking good. Let me go look it up. Hold on. So with her, um, I'm gonna put Tiny Licious chicken feet, and it'll pop up on her shit. I guess I don't know, cause it says her name. Oh, there, Tiny Licious chicken feet recipe. Okay, hold on. Battered. It's called battered chicken wings and chicken feet recipe. Oh, I think she used some beer. So she used some type of um, starch. I think for me, I'm gonna put potato starch, and I'm gonna put. So I think she used beer, but let me go look at her video right now. So if y'all look at Tiny Licious, she made battered chicken wings and chicken feet. It's called, her content title. It looks, oh my god, that should look good as hell. Hold on. Hold up. Her name is Tiny Licious.
Yes, let me show you how to make battered chicken wings and chicken feet. Boy, the way y'all came in my comments for this recipe, let's make it.
She got up to a lot of she got a lot of subscribers in a very short period of time. She has 19,000 subscribers, but she only started with 10,000 subscribers in 1 week. So 10,000 subscribers in 1 week, that is a lot of subscribers. She did not buy them. She got them off of her real support from Cali. Like she's from, I think she's from Fresno, but she moved to a different state now. She collabed with Lovely Mimi, the almost, I think she's at 2 million subscribers, but she had a million for, she had a 1 million subscriber count for several years now, but she's already gone up to 2 million now as far as with 2025. But I know in the past 2 years she's been at the 1.4, 1.5, and then it's coming up to 1.8 now. I think she's at 2. But I'm gonna sit down and watch this because I had to put a thumbs up on this one because I gotta see about this recipe.
Add some egg-shaped food coloring.
Okay, I never heard of that.
It ain't gonna kill you.
She called it an egg shade food coloring. So eggs shade, like shades, food coloring, and she mixed it in with the batter. I've never heard of that shit ever in my life. So this is new to me, and I love the food world.
It has a little flavor.
She says it has a little flavor to it. Okay.
Yes. Now I'm gonna add our batter. And this is the one I always use. This is the best Mr. Home. Okay. So I just add my little, and if I need more, I add more. You want this on the watery sticky side. So I'll mix that all up together. What you say? Okay. I'm making chicken again. Hey, I have chicken feet in here. See, it's gone on this one. It's not gonna take this. Okay. Cut it out.
Damn.
Dang, purchase her knives yet?
She cut off the whole fucking finger like this.
I know.
Okay, you see how chicken feet got the nails right here? Obviously, just like ours. She cut the damn chicken feet off. She cut it all off. That's all they eating. They ain't eating what is digging on the ground. She don't want it. She don't want it. She cutting off the whole chicken feet, damn toenails. And you know the chicken feet's like this.
Okay.
So she cut off one, snipped that one and that one.
More people than you want for the relationship. Okay. Add some of that in there.
Oh, what she
Let me
say?
just yeah, snip all this off. We don't want to eat that part. I'm gonna add some sugar, MSG, and salt, some black pepper. Some in there. Okay. Now I know I use this in big beach. More people than your motherfucking relationship, bitch. Okay. Add some of that in there. Garlic powder. Some of that in there. Basil. Just add one pack because I'm gonna eat a little bit because I fried yesterday. And one, I'm gonna add some egg-shaped food coloring. Don't worry, it ain't gonna kill you. I'm just adding a little bit of color. It has a little flavor. Then you're gonna crack an egg. Yes. Now I'm gonna add our batter. And this is the one I always use. This is the best Mr. Home.
She has 19,000 subscribers and she ain't even doing nothing with her channel. Like she just left it. They show what they want to like document in their channel. Show what they could keep as far as with family to go back and see what she did, or even just surroundings around her that know her, to let them know that this is what I know and y'all can follow what I made. Because her whole channel is about food. It's all about food and mukbang. So she'll make a dish and she'll eat it in front of you and she'll show it and everything. Okay, that's just kind of like what I was doing at this house right here, what I was doing over here. But I make it longer, like longer videos because I'm trying to reach my watch time hours. As far as with her, hers is only 5 minutes, 7 minutes, sometimes 1 minute or a minute and a half, and then she's done. She's not getting her channel monetized. She's not doing live streams to catch on watch time hours. She's not doing any of that.
All around. You see how it's a little bit sticky? That's what you want. Sticky. Stick like that ass. Like I said, I add a little bit by a little bit. And this should be good. If I ever go to Laos, Thai, and Cambodia for years, these color like this, that is what they
That shit look good. And I was telling myself I would never eat chicken feet. I told myself no, 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 no. Not just off of oil. It has to have some type of batter, some type of mixture, that has some type of salt, garlic, or whatever. It can't just be like the chicken skin and then dip, you know, deep fry in the oil and that's it. Hell no. I told myself I would never try chicken feet, but damn, since I seen this shit, I'm like, that shit look good.
First time I made this Bugatti, and he fucking like, he was like, babe, that shit good as fuck. Can you teach me how to make it? Just go to my YouTube and watch. I'm so proud of him, y'all. Can't always depend on me, so when you're hungry, you got my TikTok and my
She said if y'all can't depend on me while I'm not here and you want to cook and eat that shit, go back onto my YouTube video and watch some. Uh-uh.
first bite for you, babies. Another one because my child, Iverson, has stolen up a chicken feet outside. So pregnant. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Tick, 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 tick.
Look, y'all.
You want some more? Oh my god. Get your own, because you're not selling this one. Get your own. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Tick, 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 tick.
She ain't eating the fingers, but look.
Another one because my child, Iverson, has stole my motherfucking chicken feet outside. So crunchy. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, bitch. Tick, 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 tick.
That shit crazy.
Oh my god. Get your own, because you're not selling this one. Get your own. You over there shooting BB guns outside. Hot. Damn it.
Okay, I'm gonna make this at 3 hours. 2 more minutes. Oh, you know what? Actually, when my shit was buffering earlier, I know that it takes off. It adds on top of what it is right now. It says it's at 2 hours and 57 marks. So I'm gonna get off of here, you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go buy some peanuts tomorrow. I'm gonna boil them. I did do what I was planning on to do today and pass out some nail cards. I need to call up some of my little homegirl clients that I have in Berkeley and see what if they want to do some nails and come over and stuff like that. They can come over, but they don't have no cars, so my car is running, but you know, my sticker is like still in November. So let's see. And I will boil some peanuts tomorrow, so I'm gonna go do that shit. So y'all have a good blessed night and see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for tuning in and giving me some hope, some supportive watch time hours. I'll be back, so I'm gonna keep doing this. Thank you, you guys.